Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. Welcome back to another episode of Evolutionary Comics. And don't be mad, but lately my episodes have really been about stuff that I've been picking up. I'm working on those other episodes. I'm gonna get those to you. A lot has been going on this week. This has been a crazy week for the world. First, let me start off by saying prayers to the people that were lost in Baltimore in that crazy accident. Or was it an accident? I don't know. We always have speculations about things like that, if it's really as the media states it is. Another crazy thing, everybody's watching P. Diddy in the news. You see him all over Twitter, on Facebook, on all types of social media, the crazy stuff that's going on with him. All I'll say about that is that I do not believe that that man is alone. I believe that there's a lot of other people, and they're trying to use him as the scapegoat, the spotlight scapegoat. So that's really, really crazy to me. Do I think he did all that stuff? Yeah. I believe he guilty, because it's too much evidence to say otherwise. And I think if the thing with Cassie wouldn't have came out, and the speculations about the stuff with Aaliyah and all that other stuff, then I think that may have been a little bit more doubtful. But once Cassie came out and was talking about it and how close they were, yeah, I believe when man got problems, he got problems. What else? Last night, I don't know if anybody's in here an NBA fan, but my Lakers, they pulled out a miraculous comeback. They did that without my man Braun. Believe it or not, I'm a Lakers fan with or without Braun. And but Braun has a lot to do with it. As you see behind me, my little McFarlane figure. I collect a lot of McFarlane figures, and Braun is one of those prized possessions, along with my Vince Carter stuff, my Allen, all my basketball figures. I just leave it at that. But anyway, I know y'all saw the Lakers made that big comeback with AD and the guys. So Spencer Dinwiddie, he's always been one of my favorite players. I don't even know why. But when I used to do my little create teams on NBA 2K, I always used to try to get that dude on my team. So now he's a Laker in real life, so that's really dope. So, I don't know. Let me just get to what you people actually came here for. And that's to see what's in my bag. What's in my bag? I got a lot of stuff in my bag this week. I got a whole lot of books. This was a really, really heavy week. I'm super excited because there's a lot of stuff that I want to catch up on reading. It's a lot of new stuff that I haven't had a chance to read yet. Some stuff I have no clue anything about it. It just looked dope. So, without further ado, let's get it! So, first up, I'm gonna try to do this in order as far as publisher goes. I know I heard that Diamond was late on their books at my local LCS. I don't know what's up with that, why they're always late, why they're having so many issues with shipping. It's absolutely crazy, but they need to get their life together. Anyway, the first book I'm gonna show you guys, this is from Dark Horse Comics. And I never really got a chance to get into this book, but this is, I believe, the 25th anniversary of The Goon. I don't know if any of you guys have been reading this or you know about it, but yeah, it always looked dope. It's by, I guess it's part 1 of 4 by Eric Powell. I guess he does the artwork and the writing. A lot of talented creators are doing that these days. But I've always loved the artwork. I always checked it out when I was in the comic book store. I picked it up, but because it was something I really didn't know about, and as you see, I got a big enough stack as it is. But I didn't want to pass this one up because I wanted a chance to get something fresh from the Goon. This is number 1. It just came out, and it's cool because it's like the artwork kind of reminds me of some stuff that I saw when I was a young kid. It's almost like you think you can do it yourself, but once you try, you realize you're really not that talented. At least that's the way it was for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna check that out. And like I say, this is from Dark Horse Comics and Albatross funny books by Eric Powell. All right, so the next book is another book. This one is going into my image books, and this is another new book. It's by Sylvian Runberg, but the reason why I picked this one up is my girl Merca Andolfa is doing the artwork. Everybody, I love me some Merca. I love me some Merca. I love me some Merca. I always talk about it. She's the first creator that actually started talking back to me when I sent her actually I posted Unnatural on my my Instagram account, and then she liked it and she left me a comment, and then I inboxed her and we talked a little bit on Instagram, you know, and from then I was a huge fan because I'm like, she actually talked to me. I did my little fanboy moment, but yeah, it was really dope. She is an absolutely dope person. She came to CGC and she did a signing and everything. I think she lives in another country. I can't remember what country. I don't want to say and be wrong, but she lives in another country, so she doesn't come to the States that often. But when she did, she came and did a signing. I didn't get anything signed for her because I needed to save my dollars because I actually want her to do a commission for me. And it's going to be something specific to me, but with her art. So anyway, y'all stay tuned for that because it's coming. All right, but this book is Under York, and it's by Image Comics. Like I said, this is #1, fresh out this week. And the artwork, like I said, is by Merca, and it's really dope. It's set in New York, in New York City. And I don't really know anything about it. I just opened the book and I saw this little kid. He was trying to do some black magic up in his room. His parents run in and he hits him with an ultimatum. And so it goes on from there. I don't want to tell much more. I want you guys to go out and pick it up. But yeah, it is a really dope book. It looks dope. I'll say that. I'm already giving it too many props before I actually read it. But it looks dope, and it's something, if you're not picking up, you know, too much, it's something you might want to give a chance. Give a chance. Give a chance. All right. Yeah, I'm a little bit giddy today, so you know, I took off work early today. I went and did my work. I really worked this morning, and in later afternoon I had a couple of hours, and I decided to take a break before I got to go back and do a bunch of paperwork. But I was really trying to get some Madden time in before my wife got home. I took 3 L's in Madden last night. I'm really disturbed by that because I don't like losing, and I'm very competitive when it comes to football and Madden, and I got to jump back on there. If you ever want to challenge me, hit me up, the King James 321. That's my PlayStation ID or whatever you call it. Hit me up. I play with the Browns. I play with the Bills. Sometimes I play with the Cowboys if people always want to play with Kansas City. And that's who I took L's to, somebody playing with Kansas City. Anyway, on to these comics. All right, so my next book is Knights. This is issue 6, and this is by Image Comics as well. And this is by Wyatt Kennedy, Luigi Formisano. I guess that's how you say it. Anyway, but yeah, I've been checking this out, and this is really, it's a different book. It's about a kid who went to live with his cousin, and there's like a ghost, there's a vampire, there's a skeleton who's waiting to go to the after. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but it's just basically growing pains, and that's what the kid is going through. So it's a really good book. You know, it's not one of those high energy type books where, you know, there's action around the corner or there's a superhero. It's just a, you know, a cool little book to check out if you're not into that superhero thing too much. But you guys check out Knights by Image Comics. Alright, so next up, and I'm trying to go through this so it's not a long video, but next up is King Spawn number 32. And you know, this is by Todd McFarlane. And this is another book. I think I read like the first 5 or 6 issues, and I got kind of swamped with things, but I've always liked this character. I've liked King Spawn's story. I have a bunch of other Spawn books. I got Spawn, I got a couple Scorched. I forget, I got a lot of stuff like that, but anyway, I'm gonna try to catch up with this, and I'll tell y'all about it when I do. If not, just enjoy the cover, because it's a cool cover. Alright, so speaking of Todd McFarlane, speaking of McFarlane's, I'm a big fan, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of the guy. I do think that he's one of the top tier creators that's still in the game. I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff. Spawn is something that people don't know, but I think that's the longest ongoing comic right now. I'm not sure. Check my stats on that, but I don't think that anybody else has had a longer run with it. And I know other people come in from time to time and they actually write the Spawn story, but Todd McFarlane still has his fingers in it. So a spinoff from Spawn is this next book, and this is Sam and Twitch Case Files. And this is something that I when I saw this, I was like, I'm gonna pick up that. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it, you know, because it's like a new arc. I know where the arc begins, and it has Spawn in it, so I'm gonna check that out. And maybe you should too. Let me get you a good page so you can check out the artwork. That's the artwork there, and this is by Kudransky, and what's his I guess that's Simon Kudransky. I don't know. I'm not great at pronouncing names, but that's who does the artwork. As you see, Todd McFarlane does the script and the plot, and the co-plot is by John Goff. So really what that means is Todd laid it down, said what he wanted, and John went back in and he put in the words and everything like that, and Simon went back and put in the art. So yeah. All right, sticking with the Image universe, and shout out to my man Rodney Barnes. Always, he's my favorite author right now. I've been loving Run Fool. If you haven't checked out Run Fool, that's his podcast where he's telling the spooky, scary stories and everything, stuff that'll make you like really, really think about, you know, different stories your older family told you, like your grandmother, your great aunt, or your uncles who shouldn't have been telling you shit to scare you. So yeah, check that out. But this is Philadelphia number 34. This is the flagship of the Rodney verse, and as you see, it still has Savage Dragon in it. And I'm not a big fan of Savage Dragon. You know, I really liked the story before he came along, but I'm interested in seeing where Rodney takes it with it. So you guys check it out, and you check out James Sangster and his, I guess, all those people around him. I was gonna give them all a name, but just, you know, the whole storyline. I can't wait for Nita Hawes to come back, because that's my girl. Y'all know I got an attachment to the women characters, so can't wait for that. But in the meantime, check out Philadelphia number 34. All right, so next up, I got Edge of the Spider-Verse number 2 and Enter the Spooky Man. So this one is, I guess this is the first appearance of the Spooky Man, but I picked up issue 1, and I can't remember exactly what was going on, but I was like, I know something big happens in issue 3, or there's a new appearance or something like that, a big appearance. So I decided to pick up 2, and I see where it would go. But I kind of dig it. I'm digging the artwork. As you see, this is kind of like that Tim Burton artwork or something like that. But yeah, so anyway, I like it. I'm gonna read it, check it out. If you ain't got nothing else to do, you should check it out too. Alright, so sticking with the spiders, the Ultimate Spider-Man number 3 is out, and I picked up this variant cover for this one, and I'm digging the story. It's kind of cool story. I forgot who's writing, and I always want to say the wrong name. So, oh yeah, this is Jonathan Hickman. That's why. There you go. So the artwork is by Marco Cicchetto, whatever, and oh, this is pretty dope. So it's showing those different Spider-Men, but it's the Ultimate Universe, and this is what kicked it off for Black Panther and the X-Men as well. This was the first one out. This one is pretty good because, of course, Hickman is a great writer. Yeah, so check that out too. I know I'd be sounding like I'm about to go into a long dialogue about a specific subject, but then back in my mind, I remember that I don't want to make things too long, so I try to keep those side conversations like I'm having right now. Try to keep them to a minimum. But anyway, next up is Resurrection of Magneto number 3, and Shadow King got my man under wraps. So in the last issue, Storm finally found Magneto. She's trying to talk to him. He goes to acting a fool and tries to fight her, but being the superpower that Storm is, both of them are Omega level mutants, but Storm was resilient enough to like not hurt her homie, and you know, kind of get him under control, and you know, kind of console him a little bit, kind of baby him. They've been really great friends, and it's crazy because now that I'm getting back into reading X-Men, I was reading X-Men Red and the regular title X-Men, but I see that Storm and Magneto have become really, really good friends, and she's always like there for him, like, you know, like a big sister. So it's a dope read. If you're into X-Men and you want something different from the main titles, check this out. Especially with the new X-Men show. I guess, I don't know if I really want to talk too much about it, but X-Men 97 on Disney right now is going on. I think I watched I think I watched episode 1 and 2. I thought it was really decent. I didn't like the part where Storm lost her powers. So I don't know what's going on in episode 3, but I saw a picture of Sinister. So I'm gonna check that out later, and you know, I may talk about it, I may not. I don't know. I talk a lot, so that's why I'm here. All right, so next up is my second printing of Ultimate Black Panther issue number 1. This, if you watch my last video, I thought I had this one, but I think I picked up the wrong book. So I went back and I grabbed this one, and it has Killmonger on it, a young Storm, got your girl Shuri, Okoye, T'Challa, of course, and then Ra and Khonshu, that their avatars. So these are the guys down here that are starting trouble, and somebody else is being a mole, being a double agent, being Shady McFady. So Shady Nita Fady. So anyway, but I picked this one up because I wanted to have this one, and I've been trying to say no to picking up, you know, various Ultimate covers or various Black Panther covers, simply because I know what they're doing. They're just, you know, giving you a little sprinkle to make you buy, and then they're gonna drop you off like Marvel has been known to do when it comes to black characters. So I'm on that bandwagon with everybody else who's tired of not getting any long, meaningful runs with our characters. And you got to start with the OG, the greatest black character, black superhero in Marvel, and that's other than Misty Knight, that's T'Challa. Gotta give us a good run, and nobody's better at it than right now than Brian Edward Hill. I think he's a great writer. He's in my top 5 right now. I would actually put him in my top 5 favorite, period, simply because I like Hickman, I like those other guys. Rodney Barnes is my number 1 guy, but I like his writing so much that that I look for books that he writes, and not just about the character, but specifically if I see Brian Edward Hill on a book, I'm gonna pick it up. So anyway, moving along. Next up is Daredevil number 7. I've been trying to catch up with this. This is written by Saladin Ahmed. He's another guy that I'm digging his work. I got to catch up with it. I don't know exactly where I am, but I went back and I read when Daredevil went to hell, when he came back, and he's now a priest, and he's trying to help these kids, and he's trying to. I forget. I don't want to keep talking because I've been reading so much I forget where the actual story goes, but it's been decent. Saladin has done a good job, so definitely check this out if you're a Daredevil fan. Alright, so I'm 19 minutes into this video. I'm going to chop it down a little bit and hopefully, you know, make it a little bit shorter, but I'm going to try to speed up so you guys aren't lagging. But at least you'll see, you know, I got some good books here. Alright, so next up is Gods number 6. And this is a really dope read. I've been digging this. This is also by Jonathan Hickman. Surprisingly, this book has been really great. I don't know what people were expecting. I don't hear people talking about it that much. Maybe because I run in blurred circles and it's more of a mainstream type book. But if you're into good stories, which most blurs are, give us the credit for that. But this is a really dope book. It's a dope read, and yeah, check it out. I'm gonna give y'all a little peek because I don't know who this lady is, but she's sexy. Yeah, I am one of those dudes to be looking at the comic book characters talking about they sexy. So yeah, that's just me. So all right, so next up, and I believe this is my final book. Yep, my last book, and this is Miles Morales, number 18. This is the Legacy 300 issue, and it's being written by Cody Ziegler, and I got multiple covers. So this one is an extra thick book. I don't know if it's 64 pages or what the case may be, but yeah, let me show you. So yeah, it got some different characters in it. Artwork is really dope, and the artwork is by a couple of different people. So Federico Vincenti and Brian Valenza. Yeah, it's a couple of different people on this. So anyway, it's a Miles book. So this is the main cover. This is the What If Miles Morales Became the Human Torch. I don't know why they be doing that, switching over like that. If he became the Human Torch, then he wouldn't be Spider-Man. So yeah. Anyway, I thought it was a dope cover, so I picked this one up. This one was a surprise cover. My man Frank at Emerald City, my guy who hooks me up, this was a cover that he put in my box for me out of the kindness of his heart. My guy Frank. This one is kind of like an homage cover to that Spider-Man, I can't remember, I'll put it down here somewhere, issue where Peter is sitting on top of the tombstone. It's kind of like that, but a little different. So I thought this one was dope. And the actual only Miles Morales book that I actually had planned on buying, I didn't plan on getting all those other variants, but I looked at them, I thought they were dope, they were there for me. So this one is, I forget who the guy is that did it. Alright, and this one is by Garcine, I think that's the guy's name. But Mr. Garcine, this is a really dope cover. This is one of those ones that have 1,000 different versions of Miles on it. And I don't know if you have this book, but if you look right up here, I don't want to get too close and mess up the focus, but if you look right up there in the corner, that's a weird looking Miles character. I don't know what that is, but it reminds me of the Great Kabuki from wrestling. I don't know if you guys remember that guy, but that's the kind of mask it is, and yeah, thought it was dope. So yeah. Alright, so that is what I picked up this week. That's what's in my bag. Like I told you guys, I wanted to make it a quick video. I've been checking out a lot of different channels and a lot of different I've been hanging with Chillmonger a lot as far as like doing lives. He invited me on, and I was out with my wife, so I couldn't actually take advantage of the last live that he had. But I hope he invites me back to talk about something that I actually know about. And what else? Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think right now. I got comic books on my mind and stories on my mind, and then I gotta go do something. So yeah. Anyway, you guys pick up what you pick up. I hope you read what you pick up. I hope you love what you pick up. Protect your books. Make sure you bag and board them, which I'm about to do with these before I go. And yeah, continue to. What else? It's like I want to tell you guys something. I want to talk more, but I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you continue to rock with me. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all of that stuff. And above all else, if you don't do any of that, continue to evolve. And just remember your man Jay from Evolutionary Comics. And I'm out. Peace.